Whenever you guys are ready.
Hi, my name is Romy Grover, and my group members are Oliver Valskis, Yaro Kamran, and Jack Chevalier. And our company name is called Melo Shot. Jack, what are you doing? You got a present? Excuse me 1 second, please.
Oh, I was wondering what you're...
Jack, get up, got a presentation. What are you doing sleeping in class?
I was up really late last night, you know.
Oh man, why?
I had a test to study for and I had football practice, so
Man, how'd that test go?
I think I failed it.
Man, that sucks, especially for an upperclassman like yourself going into college. You need something to help you with this, right? Yeah, that's why you need Melo Shot. A small 2-ounce drink containing melatonin to help oneself achieve quality sleep.
Oh, this is cool. When should I take it?
You take it right before bed. Here, I'll pass this around.
Thank you.
Very, very rough prototype just to show what it would look like.
Jack, let me tell you something. You're part of the 70.6% of high school and college students who are sleep deprived. Sleep deprived meaning that you have less than 8 hours of sleep per day, which is what your body needs to feel refreshed and ready to go in the morning. Jack is like Chad, a 20-year-old extroverted football player who's active on social media and stays up late studying and partying all night. Melo Shot is perfect for Jack and Chad. It's tasty with trendy flavors such as mango, berry, and strawberry. It's affordable for the average college student, and it's very time effective. While pills and gummies with melatonin take up to 20 to 30 minutes, our Melo Shot will take up to 2 to 3 minutes, which is about 10 times faster.
Hold on.
Let's stop.
It's going, you just have to catch up. Keep
You
going.
gotta aim it back.
In the house.
The reason why Melo Shot is more effective than a pill or a gummy is because it absorbs faster and easier to break down than something that's like a pill or a gummy.
Keep going.
That is mellow.
We are planning to, we have multiple ingredients on Melo Shot, which contain L-theanine, Melo Shot, GABA, 5-HTP, and vitamin B6.
Well done, that's tough.
I know.
Well done.
All of these ingredients serve a certain purpose to help us achieve our goal in Melo Shot. Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's got vitamin 6 and
It's not your
6.
Hans is just messing with you.
Yeah, sabotage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what that's.
Yeah. Not many people know what melatonin is. Some people actually thought it was a narcotic. But melatonin is a natural hormone that your body produces, which helps with your body's circadian rhythm, which is your body's mental clock. It binds with your receptors for relaxation, and it regulates your body temperature, blood pressure, and your hormones.
Melo Shot is targeted towards high school upperclassmen and college students that find sleep as an issue. Although we are planning to branch across the nation, Melo Shot is going to start out, and most of our marketing will be in the Chicagoland area and Chicagoland schools. Like Chad, students that have early morning classes, stay up late either partying or studying, or are athletes will reap the benefits of Melo Shot. A study done at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota shows that on average, a student that gets less than the 8 hours of recommended sleep has a GPA that is 0.14 lower than someone who gets 8 hours of sleep. And that for every night a student has sleep issues, the negative effects caused by that can cause their GPA to drop by 0.02 per night. That means, for example, if someone decides to stay up for 3 nights every week, in just 1 month, their 4.0 GPA could drop down to a 3.76. This is why it is crucial that students have a tasty, affordable, and time-effective melatonin solution drink that will in turn benefit their grades as well. So for our market size, our total addressable market is valued at $587 million, our serviceable addressable market at $5 million, and our market share value at $330,000. Using data from Statista.com and our own research, we took the U.S. annual melatonin buyers, multiplied that by the annual amount of melatonin purchases per year, and multiplied that by the average melatonin drink price to get our $587 million. As for our serviceable addressable market value, we took the 3.3 million annual melatonin buyers in the US and factored in our variables to fit our customer segment. So for example, we factored in the US population to fit our target age demographic and as well the population that attends a school or university to get our $5 million. As for our market share, we have $330,000, and we got that number by estimating the amount of interactions we would get with our marketing. So for example, posters that we put up, we estimated that around 1/2 of them would see, and that maybe 1 in 10 would purchase the product, which would give us $330,000 for our first year. So, in 2019, the global melatonin market was valued at $700 million. And according to MarketWatch.com, the market is supposed to grow at 18.9%, which means by 2025, the projected global melatonin market is projected to be at $2.8 billion. And so while there are other companies trying to solve the same issue with sleep, none do it better than Melo Shot. Sleep has a sleek and appealing package design, but it's limited to only one flavor, and it comes in a full 8-ounce soda-sized can. We actually purchased Sleep and tried it for ourselves, and it just felt like a chore trying to chug a full 8-ounce can before bed, which is why something like a small 2-ounce drink like Melo Shot is easy and small. Dream Water has the same small form factor as Melo Shot offers, but some users report that the flavors are not that appealing and that it may be on the pricey end compared to some other options. For melatonin pills and melatonin gummies, it may seem like the easy way out, but think about it. When was the last time you were excited to take a pill? And as for gummies, while it may be flavorful, after chewing it, it can leave a sticky residue on your teeth that sits there overnight. For $1.99, we got our price by looking at other competitors and also asking close friends and family what they would pay for a product like this. So while we have our price of $1.99, it stays below the competition, but doesn't sacrifice quality and quantity. We take the advantages of all of our competitors and put it into one product.
All right, to add on what Romy said about our ingredients, here are the prices. All these ingredients were, we picked them out so it would maximize quality sleep. So for melatonin, it is $9.50 for 10 grams. L-theanine is $4 for 25 grams. The GABA is $5.50 for 100 grams. The 5-HTP is $5.25 for 10 grams. And the vitamin B6 is $7.25 for 25 grams. All right, and this is our landing page. This is going to be our direct channel because we're going to be selling it right off our website. As you can see, we have anchored market tactic on the top. Pre-order now and get up to 50% off. And then if you click pre-order now, it'll bring you to this page where you enter your email and phone number. And all you like that, just help us send you updates, and you can get an incentive for if you sign up for the email list.
And that way we can also get quantitative numbers for the different product.
And then for our indirect channel, we are planning on putting it near checkouts in convenience stores and gas stations, so to incentivize, if someone sees it, they just want to purchase it.
So in terms of testing our minimal viable product, we plan on testing our revenue streams and customer segments portion of our business model. As for our revenue streams, we plan on adjusting our price based on the feedback we get from our survey or from our mailing list that our customers sign up for, where half the mailing list will be sent a price of $1.99, while the other half of the mailing list will be sent a price of $2.99. And we're hoping for at least 50 responses from this feedback, so that we can adequately adjust our price based on that. And as for our customer segments, although we intend on targeting high school and college students, through short incentive-based surveys that we send out to our mailing list, we hope to see if there's a whole nother group that we can find to actually target for our demographic. Okay, so this brings us to our total that we're asking from you, the investors, which is $410. We determined this by giving ourselves a budget of $200 for marketing. As for Instagram ads, for our type of company, it would cost around $5.14 per 1,000 impressions, which means views, and $7.19 for 1,000 impressions for Facebook. Also, also, we gave ourselves $80 for a production of 100 Melo Shots, which we determined based on our ingredient price and our packaging, which comes out to about to $80, which will half of which we'll send to friends and family for focus groups, and half of which we'll actually try to sell. So, and then we also gave ourselves $132 for 1,000 sheets of posters, which we'll plaster around local Chicagoland area campuses like Northwestern, U of I, Loyola, all those campuses, as we're trying to emphasize getting the word out to our demographic, which is why we gave ourselves $132. So as for the timeline and what we're going to complete, in this December we're going to try to do a lot more manufacturing research, as our mentor Gina actually is a PepsiCo employee, and she knows a lot about marketing because she's probably in the department. And in January we hope to create a landing page and fully implement our landing page and email subscription. And in March we're going to plaster all our posters. In May we're going to regroup, analyze our results for MVP, and then we're going to prepare for the big pitch.
Melo Shot will not only improve the quality of your sleep, will improve your life as a whole. So please, stay mellow with Melo Shot.
Have you looked into if the shape of this bottle is protected by any sort of patent for anything?
That
I mean, I feel
bottle-
like this is a pretty well-known size and form factor of a bottle for that, the demographic you're going after.
We did some research on like manufacturing and seeing how many clear bottles we can buy in bulk, 2-ounce clear bottles we can buy in bulk. And so it wasn't the exact size of it, but it still fit the 2-ounce size.
I've got to say, I'm having a hard time understanding the need for this. So can you take me back to the beginning? I understand the problem setup was beautiful. You guys did a great job with that. But why? It sounds like to me you're trying to help active people get to sleep when they need to get to sleep, so they don't have the snoozing result.
Well, really, we're trying to improve the quality of their sleep, because it improves your sleep schedule as well, melatonin.
Okay, because when you set up the competitive environment, nicely done, but I'm just looking at the melatonin pills. I'm just gonna, you said that was like $6 some. I'm just gonna assume they're 50 in a bottle. So that's roughly 13 cents a pill versus $2 for this. So walk me through why that makes sense.
So for someone that's taking melatonin pills like nearly nightly, that has like a diagnosed sleep problem that needs melatonin to get to sleep, they would, for their sleep, for their problem, their situation, they would most likely go for pills. For this, if you're having a hard time, it's finals week. If you don't need melatonin to fall asleep, but this week you need something,
So
you
this
can
is
purchase a 4-pack, an 8-pack.
occasional
So this is the
use.
5-hour energy sleep.
Yeah, so if you're going on a
Flip
plane
side.
ride, trying to fix jet
8
lag,
hours sleep.
the occasional
And
sleep.
you don't want
stuff.
that, okay. All right, that helps me. So understand what we just went through here, a little bit of customer segmentation of, you're not after.
All.
Okay.
That cleared it up a lot for me, and so I would encourage you to use that in your marketing. Because I was feeling the reverse, like he's oversleeping because he has to study, and now you're trying to put him to sleep again, you know. But the jet lag,
Okay.
that worked for me. Like, so.
Do you anticipate any challenges with, you're taking basically food product or something that's, you know, potentially regulated in how you package it and sell it and being able to sell it?
So we actually found out that through our mentor, she told us that this won't be able, that this is not like, this doesn't need FDA approval because it's like a natural supplement, melatonin.
It's a health supplement. It's a
Yeah.
dietary
Melatonin's been used in the business for over 30 years now.
So it's not a food, it's not a drug, it's falling in the gaps.
Yep.
Okay.
And how is it being blended together Is it
That was my question. How are you gonna put all this
what
together?
kind of juice are you using?
So we met with our mentor Lisa, and she has a contact that, like we have like previously mentioned, works at Gatorade, and she works in the manufacturing process.
Yeah.
So we had a meeting with her, and we're trying to set up a time where we could possibly go there and see what the manufacturing process is. She kind of looked at our ingredients, and she said that it wouldn't be too hard to manufacture. And so, like our ingredient list, so this would be the price for bulk. So our ingredients, how it says here, GABA is $5.15 for 100 grams. For one Melo Shot, we looked at our competitors, it's around 135 milligrams. So that totals out for only $5.50. We can make about 740 experimentations with the $5. So with the $80, we were able to experiment over around 700 times to try and perfect the formula. And then with the 100 bottles, we will give the perfected formula out to family members.
And what are you asking them to report on?
How effective it is, if they felt like they woke up feeling groggier, if they felt up feeling well rested, how long they think it took them to fall asleep, and if they woke up in the middle of the night at all.
And if they would purchase it again?
Yes.
I might recommend on that, possibly have them wear, like if they have some sort of a wearable device, that you could have them, screenshot their sleep cycles or something
An
like that.
Apple Watch.
Yep.
So you're really more interested in their willingness to purchase again. And it's not as if you're looking for efficacy versus placebo effect. You really just want to know, will you purchase again? Is that about right? Because it's not
And
a
if they
food
had
or a drug.
perceived value.
Because for a drug perspective, they would care about that.
Yeah.
But that's not what you are.
Yeah, so because it's not a drug, it's like not addictive, so they, like you said, it kind of depends on the person if they feel as though it's working. It also depends on the amount of melatonin they put in. For example, some pills only have 5. Everybody works different with melatonin, so sometimes 5 milligrams works, and sometimes 10 milligrams is like the minimum for some time to work. So it really depends on how different pills work with that individual's body and how Melo Shot and the ingredients work.
All right, so
with their
what are you
body.
going to do with your MVP?
Yeah,
Ones
walk
that
us
you're
through what you're testing, yeah. The MVP and what you're testing.
So we're testing our revenue streams and customer segments. So we're gonna be testing basically our price to see if we have to adjust.
Like, how are you testing that? Like, based on them,
Like our
Ordering
mailing
it?
list.
We have a mailing list, and once we have enough of recipients to put in their emails, we're going to send out, half of the emails will be with the price of $1.99 advertising, and the other half will be with $2.99. So because we have the price of $1.99, we wanted to make it below the competitors to fit that affordable need for students that have a lot of college debt. But we also didn't want to sacrifice that and make it seem like a cheap product.
so they're purchasing via an email versus a landing page.
Will be pre-order, and then once you click the pre-order button, it would take you to the landing page. So once we wouldn't sell online, we would only have the pre-orders since we haven't manufactured yet. So with the funds that, the $80, we would go into perfecting that, getting that, the solution completed, and then sending it out. And then once we do that, then we'd package it up and then have it on the website for purchase.
So you aren't actually testing whether or not it works.
Well, we are with the production. We're
Just
gonna,
the production.
once again, like meet with our mentors, connection, see how the manufacturing process would work, experiment with all the ingredients, like instead of 135 milligrams of GABA, we'd maybe put 150, 170, and then we would probably test the solutions ourselves and see which one would work for us.
So who do you think is going to be most likely to want this kind of product? What's your hypothesis on that?
I would probably say for the very early stages, probably high school upperclassmen, since, I mean, we're in a school right now, there's 1,500 upperclassmen, and if we get the word out, it would be easier for us to advertise to them. Whereas college students, although we are putting up the posters around, I feel like, I mean, if I tell my friend this product, they trust me, they know what it's about, whereas like a poster up on a college campus, I feel like they would need more information about that. So I think high school upperclassmen right now would be our users.
30 seconds.
How are you going to measure success between now and your final pitch? So you're testing revenue, like what are you excited to share with us in May? What's the measure of success here?
So, talking about like the 100 Melo Shots that we said we're gonna produce, I did say that half of them we're gonna actually try to sell and see the metrics of that and see how many we sold and how much we
You're
sold.
gonna make 100, you're gonna see how effective it was, or at least get customer feedback. That's gonna be a measure. A measure is gonna be how many people you got to pre-order and at what price point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I actually talked to close friends and family and even a teacher, and I got a few of them interest peaked, and I have their word of mouth for a pre-order. So
What's your total ask again for prices we have to decide here?
$10.
Or 10?
So the social media ads would be a budget of around $10 a week. So that's including Instagram, Facebook. So we'd set a budget of $10, and so that'd be around 2,000 interactions. So then on top of that, that'd be $200 for marketing, $80 for the production and experimenting with the manufacturing, and $132 for the posters. And so with the posters, we calculated the amount of students that are around the 4 campuses, and it's around 37,000 students. So we estimate about maybe half of them would see, and that'd be around 250 posters per campus.
What if you just narrowed it down? I'd rather see more money directed towards production.
Okay.
Because I just feel like you're trying to zero in on something that people don't find disgusting when they drink it.
Yeah.
It might take you a little bit longer to get there than you think.
Does that cover packaging?
Yeah.
Just the production?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
cover packaging as well.
So maybe less money on marketing and more money on production.
I didn't catch the 4 schools part. You're going to what schools?
Northwestern, U of I, Loyola,
And
DePaul. Yeah.
So those are the 4 top schools with the highest enrollment, so it's reaching around 37,000 students.
And where are you going to colleges and not, why aren't you selling it here?
Well, we are going to try this.
We're going to try and get the word out of mouth here, but also colleges just to, because at the school, we are also planning on putting up a few posters around, but mainly on colleges since our customer segment is also high school upperclassmen and college students, and something like staying up late and studying for tests is something that also applies to them as well as us.
How is a poster at DePaul going to help your MVP?
It's going to help people recognize, see if it piques their interest, and we're going to have the email list at the bottom, so that if they do decide to go to the website or the email list, that's another quantitative number that we can help send them.
It's a big ask.
It is a big ask. I would say you could pick one school, blanket it, like 3 weeks later, did you get any emails 2 weeks later, and decide if you want to expand.
30 more
Okay.
seconds.
I mean,
Yeah.
test it. There's no reason to go to, I applaud you for getting to one school in December or January with that information out there and see how many people contact you.
Okay.
If they're in session.
Yeah, watch the school sessions, because you're dealing with quarters versus semesters with a couple of schools.
No, yeah, get the one that's in there.
Northwestern will be in session, not so sure about they won't be
Your
back
number?
until the end of January.
I don't mind the number. I think it's more allocation, more towards production and less towards posters.
Do you think
And
we should
prove it out
share some of
first.
this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you've got
Make it taste
digital
good.
media that you can use, hopping onto their hashtags as well.
410 reallocation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Thanks.
Great, thank you.
Good job, guys.
Okay.